Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. T Zampini, Dave, Rob, welcome, guys. Nice to see you guys from all over the world. I'm in Joburg, so yeah, in South Africa, and I see the satellites are all working and all the undersea cables and all, so we can talk to each other. Welcome. I had a perplexed Uncle John on Messenger just now. Let me see if he's still talking to me. Hold on. Anyway, I'm inviting Uncle John to just come sit with me, see if he comes. Okay, so before we get going, I want to quickly mention to you guys. Hello, Uncle John. Right, I'm busy telling the guys what I did with my streaming software. Okay, I've increased my bitrate. I've also changed the encoder. Okay, so when I did the test videos this morning, the quality of the video was much better than usual. So I'm hoping, guys, on the stream that you will actually see that when I look around that it clears the pixels quicker and that the general quality is going to be better. Please keep me informed. If you see any anomalies, let me know. Doesn't matter how big or how small it is. I need to know if it's worthwhile to stick with the settings or if I need to drop the bitrate or whatever. So just, do me a favor and shout out when you see something. So far, so good. I've got clean bill of health on my side. All the little bars are showing perfect. So I don't have any reason to doubt it's not going to work. Okay. D-Will, hello from the UK. Yes, I'm well. I hope you are well too. We're going to quickly fly here, another leg of this European tour. Uncle John, I was busy telling them, and then what happened was you actually came in and we started talking of other things now. But Uncle John was surprised. He asked me, am I really going to fly the broken Zibo? Because he had a bit of an incident earlier. There's a known problem. Okay, but it's an interesting problem. Okay, so what happens is, or what happened, okay, thank you, Rob, that's nice of feedback there. So this morning when I did my first test flight, when I landed without using the reverse thruster, my spoilers would come up, it would stop the aircraft fine. The moment I activate the reverse thrusters, the spoilers go and lie down. Okay, they retract. And then this afternoon, I wanted to make a video. And then it was like it was running a separate piece of code. Every time I activate the reversers, the spoilers would stand up. And when I close the reversers, the spoilers would lie down. So only Zibo knows what happened in the code. He knows about it. He said he'll fix it. But in 6.6 that I'm flying, Uncle John couldn't stop earlier. He just went off the runway. There was no way he could stop. Shame, I felt so sorry for him. So, Uncle John, if you are listening on YouTube, I hope you are, because you muted yourself here, probably on a phone call or something. But I'm going to fly the broken Zibo. Okay, we're going to see what happens now. All right, and then probably just as I take off, Zibo is going to release a new fix. But anyway, Steve, welcome. If I haven't said welcome to you yet, it's going crazy. Talking way too much again, but anyway. Right, so just to put you guys in the picture, I'll show you the flight plan. There you go. So we're going to fly a bit downhill today. And we're going to see what's happened. Now, also want to tell you something else before we get going. All right, let's quickly look around while we're doing it. I sincerely hope it's much better now. The problem seems to be with the AMD card. Okay, and I didn't know this, so my instinct was to go the NVIDIA type of route. I just enabled the AMD encoder, and apparently that's not the right thing to do. So I started fiddling. Currently, the broadcasting software is rendering. Okay, and I found when I did the videos, it was much crisper, clearer, better. So I'm really happy to hear that, man. Oh yes, what I wanted to say. Let me show you this quickly. Me and the developers of xEnviro have done a couple of tests we believe we found the problem with the X-plane winds. In fact, I am 99.99999% sure it's solved. Problem's gone. We don't have that. And so I am flying the latest developer model of this xEnviro tonight as well. So looking forward to flying with it, actual flight with it. So that is an amazing job the guys did there. The developer really went above and beyond trying to find that problem. And I so proud of him for doing it. Honestly, it was a big deal. So I think I've got everything. We might as well close the doors, start our APU and get going.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
I'm glad, as long as it's better, because I don't have the money to go buy a new NVIDIA card. Okay, ultimately, I think that would be the answer. I just don't have the money. So, you know, it's just one of those things we're going to have to unfortunately try and work with. I pushed this broadcasting software to the very edge now. It is, there's no more settings I can change. Okay, so I'm just glad it's a little bit better. $1,750. Right, close that. Hello, Dave. All right, okay. Yeah, the shadows. Let's quickly see. Let's see what my settings are like. I know I moved them. Go put them back in place. When I fly into places like Amsterdam, you know, the heavy scenery, big scenery areas, I just pull the sliders down a bit to give me more FPS. EDDF, Frankfurt, where we did the tests, just that one slider gave me like extra 10, 15 frames, you know, so it's worth my while to just kill it when I'm there. But obviously for our purposes of the stream, let's see if we can get it look a bit better now. We're not in that dense sceneries. It looks better to me. See, I don't see all those jagged edges and stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Right, we've done all this. Let's get the power on the bus here. These things. They're excellent, Dave. Excellent. You see. I like the teamwork, man. I like the teamwork. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Hello, Neil. We're doing great. We're doing great. Keep your eye on xEnviro. I've got the new beta. Check it out, Neil. You'll like it. I believe the wind problem has been fixed in X-Plane 12, man. Great step forward.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. 25N2.
Yep. I'm not sure when it's going to be released. If Magnus comes, we can ask him, but I'm hoping in the next day or so.
Starter cutout.
I'm obviously not sure. I mean, I'm not involved with that side of planning and stuff, but I can't speak on their behalf. But a little bit I had involvement with is great, man. The winds are just stunning. Captain Ray, good afternoon. Brake set. Start number 1 engine. Start number 1 engine. Come on.
Starting number 1 engine. Flaps 5 set. $25N2.
Thank you, Mr. Ground Services guy.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Let's go.
Taxi lights on.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
This is not our runway, guys, by the way. We're using this one as a taxiway now. We'll have to go to the actual other runway. Just don't think there's a link there somewhere. I don't know. The yellow lines didn't look as if they were going through there, so yeah. I'm sitting here pointing with my fingers out the window and you guys can't see me. How's it 737? This is an interesting layout for an airport. I've probably been here before. You know, I can't recall it, but strange way they've put the layout of the runways. Just put that on screen. You have that short runway there close to the terminal and this other one. Right, so now we've got a taxi to the right. Track up. Feels like we're driving to our destination, man.
Stabilized.
No problem, Neil. Come back when you're ready. I'm the only one sitting here. The two real-world pilots, McTrying and Paul, they up busy with shared flight, doing some training there and testing and stuff. And here I am on my lonesome self. John just dropped off. You know, I've got all you guys on the stream with me, so I'm not completely alone. I just don't have voice buddies, that's all. Right, so Yoga.
Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set.
Hey, Justin.
80 knots. Throttle
Yeah,
hold.
it is, eh? Thank you for helping with Alex. I mean, him and Sasso are already busy there, as far as I know, utilizing the software and going, you know, at it. So thanks for that.
Rotate. Transition level. Ready for approach checklist. Positive
Yeah.
rate.
I think you are smoking I'm glad you like it, Neil.
Acceleration altitude.
Shared flight is going to revolutionize the way we do training and stuff, you know, to actually put somebody else in the cockpit with you. Eh? It's going to be fun. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Flaps 1 set.
Rudder only works until about 50 knots. The moment you get your airspeed alive notice from your pilot monitoring, which is usually about 50, 60 knots. What happens is from about 50 to 60 knots, you lose your rudder authority. I mean, your pedal authority completely. I'm talking nonsense. No, hang on. I'm talking nonsense. Your tiller works until 50, 60 knots. Okay, mostly 50. The moment you go past the 50 knots, you have to use rudder. All right. When I just did it, I do it every day of my life, and now I'm talking nonsense. Sorry, I had to just quickly think about it. So, yeah, you use your tiller, and if you don't have a tiller, then obviously your rudders, you know, from the word go. But in the real plane, there's like this cut off, so your tiller will stop functioning at about 50, maximum 60 knots. And it's just the rudder. That sail fin is pretty huge. It's got a lot of authority. So you can start using it pretty early on. Uncle John, are you back? No. The actual, I think the actual call out for airspeed alive comes at 80, but you start getting your speed indications and stuff from 45 up. So from 45 to 50 is like a second. Then you start losing your tiller. And then from 60 onwards, if you don't use your rudder, you're going to go off the runway. You see, and then the other thing is, depending on your winds, you will use your ailerons to stay on the center line as well. Remember, you always turn your ailerons into the wind and you kick with the opposite rudder. You know, so you need to take that. Yes. What? Yes. What? Yes. Tell me something. Why are you sounding like you're so far away? Where's your mic? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to boost your volume. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Zampini there. Yes, I had to quickly think about everything, but I hope you got it now. So, yeah. A couple of things we do. Yeah, it is. Hello, Rob. No, it must be on your side. It's not here. I don't see it. Just F5 your screen, man, on YouTube. F5 it. Let's see. Or wherever you're watching. I don't know. Is it on Discord that you're watching or YouTube? No, coming. No, that's something on Discord, sir. That's something on Discord. Let me kill it on Discord. Then restart it and then you join me again. Let's see. Okay, join. Yeah, I got it. I got it. No, that's one of the first things you need to get when you've got the ability to get them. Get yourself pedals, set it up more real. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult with rudder pedals. Uncle John, so you were not here in the beginning. I'm just repeating myself. This is xEnviro 1.24 beta that I'm running. And the winds are very, very, very nice. Yeah. Well, you want to go into summer. You want to go and have hot air and moisture in the air. Much. Oh, yeah, no, I think he cracked it this time. It's marvelous. We were talking earlier and showed him my last test video. It's a different ball game all of a sudden. Different. Okay, on Zibo, yeah. I'm not sure if Zibo's got the time to bring out another fix today, but it would be nice to have all the stuff I mentioned fixed. So, well, I gave him the videos and stuff this morning. I did 4 flights this morning, and this is the first one today. In actual fact, I'm lying. I did one for xEnviro as well, so it's number 6 now. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, I've just realized your voice was not audible on stream and nobody said anything. I just discovered it, so I've opened your voice on stream now, Uncle John.
Oh, sorry, guys. Good afternoon, all. The 2 real-world pilots are cockpit sharing.
Yeah, I saw. Justin's lurking here in the background on the stream as well.
Is he?
Yeah, I told him already that he's using it.
So how many have finished the European tour, Nico?
I have no idea, sir.
Am I the only one?
I don't have a way to keep tabs on them.
Wonder where Reggie is. Is he still stuck where he was yesterday?
No idea. Hello, Rab.
Let's have a look.
I've got 2 flights to do to finish it.
Oh. No, you guys.
Well,
Justin, it's in our private dev room site. It's in the hidden folders where the guys are sitting because they were doing some Zibo work and stuff there as well. So that's why you won't see them.
we ought to film them, you know, Nico.
No, let them find their feet. It's the first time that Alex is using it, right? and let him find his feet. Then we need to get Sasso and Alex to do a flight together.
Be good, won't it?
A real captain and a real first officer fly the Zibo mod live on air. How's that?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, that will
would be
be
good.
mind-blowing. But then we need to get Zibo here as well, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, Rab, you said something?
I said that would be good. 2 real world pilots.
Yeah.
Watching how it's really done.
Yeah.
2 guys working together.
Yeah, Justin, I think those 2 guys together is going to exponentially help you fix the last bugs and stuff, eh? Because, I mean, they're going to really fly proper. Yeah, so. Mattia, hello. Mattia, it's probably because it's being more finely tuned to the real thing. During the development of version 6, we had 4 pilots, all involved, real pilots. 3 of them were captains and 1 first officer. Okay, so we're not talking, you know, Mickey Mouse guys involved. And there was a lot of video that was taken in the real aircraft that was given, you know, to put the timing of the flaps and stuff like that ready, you know, and proper. So it is very possible that Zibo tweaked the engines as well. He never mentioned it to me, but it is possible. If they went to all the trouble to get all the other videos and all the other timings correct, you know, they might as well have done that too. I just got a notice web FMC has been updated. Good. Okay, well, okay, then you know. If there is a discrepancy, then obviously you can, you know, make a video and show us. Then we're gonna have to see, you know, which serial number was used for the initial tests, where that video came from. But these guys, I mean, we have no reason to doubt them. If they got it on video, it's as good as gold. But you're welcome to give us yours as well, you know. If there's one thing I've learned with the Zibo project, and we were discussing it earlier, me and one of the guys here, is how different the NG models are between the different airlines, eh? And how small little things affect each other. I was sitting listening to these 2 guys upstairs here. The one flies for one airline, the one flies for another, and they go, oh, but this is supposed to happen then and then and then. They're talking about the FMA, and the one says, no, but ours doesn't do that. And then the other one 2 minutes later says, but ours doesn't do that. Oh, that's interesting. You know, there's all these little, small little things, and it happens. Interesting. Yeah, 737, all good, man, all good. Exactly. Age, age, wear and tear, temperature, so many different variables. Hmm. Not bad at all.
What's your flight time, Nicker?
Uncle John, we'll be there at 17:56 Zulu.
387. Sorry, 307. 307. Half an hour.
We'll be there in about 48 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, swimming in reality. My liveries, some of them are private, which I keep to myself. The other ones are on xplane.to, so x-plane.to. It's on the website there. You can grab it over there.
1000 to level up.
And what if she does? Can you imagine that guy? And just imagine he's a guy that knows the Zibo. He's gonna laugh. Oh, he's gonna enjoy that. Oh man, that will be so funny. Right, I found the link for you just to make it easy. Here you go. Those are the liveries that I share. So it's Zibo and other aircraft mixed in between. And also the Zibo mod is in there as well. So if you want the full Zibo mod, you can grab it there too. Hello, Dan, and welcome. Nice to see you again. They have, Steve. Yes, they have. They have. But you're gonna have to post on the forum about the data ref changes and tag Zibo in it and see if he gives you a list of the new ones because he hasn't given me any. "166 nautical miles for top of descent, sir."
There's a new descent page now as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple actually, not just one.
You can work on it whilst you're setting up.
Depends, but if you've got all the information, you can add a lot of stuff. Yeah. Hello, Alex. Welkom. 07. Yes, oh yes. Six. Six. Alright. Yeah, enjoy, Alex. Enjoy. Did you survive the story with the cat? You said she's okay, but I'm just asking. Steve, I hope you're still listening. You're not the only guy asking, eh? A couple of guys have asked, so maybe look for the post on the forum somewhere and then just join in it before you make another one. Otherwise, obviously, just make another one. Oi, clicked on Discord. Yeah, there is an issue with the spoilers. I was telling in the beginning of this stream, one of two things will happen. Either it will deploy and then go and lie down the moment that you use your reverse thrusters, or it will be directly linked to the reverse thrusters. So it seems there's two sets of code, and depending on your luck, you get one of the two. Okay, because I've had it now in my test flights today, where the one time it is linked to the reverse thrusters, and the other time it actually goes lie down, retract the moment you put your reverse thrusters on. Zibo knows about it. He said he'll fix it. Of course, Uncle John.
Mr. Max acknowledged it.
Cool. Then the other thing that we need to do is remember that meeting with Twixter, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes, yes, yes. Do they not know about that?
No.
Okay.
Wow, Alex. Yeah, sounds familiar. "737, it's the third time you say greetings. Don't you hear me acknowledge you, or what's happening there? I mean, are you okay?" Ah, okay. Long as you're okay. Okay.
Hello,
Hello, Akan.
what's up?
Nothing, I'm just relaxing on YouTube.
Good. Recording?
Yeah, it's being broadcast live.
I see. Are you working with the autopilot again?
Of course.
Okay. Soon I'm going to contact with Senegal approach.
Okay.
Dakar.
Still doing your world flights.
Yes, it is almost ending up. This is the longest leg in between three different world tour flights.
Okay. I don't know, Zibo was working on the replay functionality for the Zibo mod. But what you are talking about sounds like an X-plane issue. It's the same nonsense we have with the safe flight situation, right? Where sometimes, and it's random, X-plane 12 will save in the X-plane 11 format, and then it will crash you to desktop when you're trying to reload a flight. I don't know. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's never really worked. What happened was, Zibo got it working. We updated the SDK. Him and me one evening were sitting here, and he said to me, "Oh, there's a new SDK." He updated it specifically for that portion, right? And then within like 24 hours, it was clear that X-plane itself saves. There's two things that happen. Either it saves a zero data file, and the moment it saves the zero data file, it crashes to desktop immediately, or secondly, it saves an X-plane 11 file format, and then when X-plane 12 tries to read it, you get that error. So you can actually even check it here. You see, if you go to load flight through the menu, you see these are the saves. All right. If you go and check those saves, if it's a zero value, it will crash you out the desktop immediately. Or otherwise, if it's the wrong format, it will do the same. So whether you do it through the tablet or through X-plane, because I mean, Zibo is basically just giving an interface for what you see now, same thing. It's a laminar code issue. They randomly, literally save in X-plane 11 format, or they give you a zero data value file. I mean, bang, end of story. And it's random. I mean, I've flown sometimes for an hour, sometimes for an hour and a half, and the next moment it whacks you. No rhyme or reason why. Justin, we had an XPD number in beta 8, like a few weeks after X-plane was released. Laminar then said they fixed it. Zibo reopened the ticket, and from there on, nobody knows what's happened. Zibo actually asked me to log a new ticket now, so I'll have to log a new ticket. And I just haven't had the time to do it. I don't know, Justin. I mean, I don't have access to the Slack. Zibo's in there, but I don't know how active he is in there or how it works. I have no idea. No worries. Welcome. From what I understand, Zibo asked me to do was to go to the bug tracker and log it there, but I just haven't had the time yet. I've just been too busy. I mean, it's highly irritating. You bargain on that thing to work and it just doesn't. I'll have to go back and search for that XPD number, but like I said, it was like way back in the initial beta 8. They claimed they fixed it. Something about the XML code writing or something. They had a different description for it, but that's what Zibo said that was the one. So I'll have to go find it.
What about MTL, Nico?
Tony says he's busy with it.
Roger that. Copy. Affirmative. Wilco. Everything.
Pilot Dan donated £4.99 through SuperChat.
Pilot Dan, thank you so much. Much appreciated, sir. Every little bit helps.
Oh, you are coming to Bulgaria. Please stop by to me.
Yep.
Ready for descent procedure.
Nico,
Mm-hmm.
why it is 490.90? Why it is not 5?
I think it's probably a commission thing with Streamlabs or with
I-
Google or something. I don't know.
I see. They are pressing money then.
Yeah, give me a
Interesting.
second. Give me a second. I need to concentrate. I can't know.
Roger that.
Alex Van de Pa donated 22 euros through SuperChat. Thanks for all the testing and helping to make the Zibo mod awesome.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Like I say, every bit helps.
Approach top of descent.
Hey, Ross, I'm using common, VNAV common.
I got to go, Nico. Have a good day and have fun.
Okay, you too. Bye.
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 Yo, that's a bump.
Yeah.
That was a bump. No, man, no. It's okay. It's okay.
Approaching transition.
It's this rambling. Tell you what. I've had the privilege of flying in the cockpit many times in the jump seat, and I have yet to fly in a 737-800 that doesn't have a loose dashboard or something loose that doesn't do this. I promise you, they've all got quirks, and you can ask Mattia or one of the other pilots here on the stream. There's always something loose, man. There's always something rattling. There's always something you got to hold on to sometimes. I don't know why it is, but it is.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Ooh, transition outage.
Flaps 5 set. Flight level 100, landing lights switches on.
Yeah, I don't use any shadow enhancements and stuff. There is a fix apparently for it. Okay, I don't care. I'm not going to load extra stuff into my sim and run the risk of not being able to fly properly. So, is what it is, a 737. Ah, Rob, yeah. I know about it, but I've never looked into it. Steve, you know, You're still on stream. Just say aye. It's easier for me to talk than to type. Hope you're here. You know, I covered Discord, Facebook, and the forum. I don't know where on earth I might have seen the people talk about it, but I've had a couple of PMs and I've sent them to the org. Okay. So my suggestion to the last couple of guys was, on the Zibo forum, there is a sub-thread for home cockpit builders. That's the best place to go and speak to, because that's where everybody with external hardware and advanced hardware sits and talk. You understand? And then what you can do is tag Zibo in the post, you know, because if we can bring all the guys with hardware issues together, okay, it's going to be easier to have everybody in one place. If you understand what I mean. I know you do. So my suggestion is go into that home cockpit builder sub-thread on the Zibo forum, tag the man, and get the discussion going, because he's going to have to give a list of data refs to the manufacturers, because they're going to have to update their drivers or software or whatever, you know. So that is my recommendation. Green means it's active, white means it's in standby. So if we do a go around, that will be the next mode. So it says that's active in green, that's the ones in standby.
Flaps 15 set.
I'm watching them panicking.
I can't hear you, Uncle John.
I said I've just been watching them too.
Okay. I just
My mum.
did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. What did I turn? IAS. Course value 84. It must be 89. That's what I turned. Damn it. Are they enjoying it, Uncle John?
Oh, they're having a ball. Both of them. They're taking it in turns.
Flaps 30 set.
Sorry?
Ready
They're
for
taking
landing
it in
checklist.
turns.
Good.
Mr. Coaches.
Okay, going back to being in standby and active, it's a sequence, okay? It's not at the same time. Definitely not at the same time. It's a sequence. Yes, exactly. So what happens is, if you look at the line, it's magenta up to that point. So that is the green. And then where the blue dashed line start, that is what is on standby. That is the white. So it's a sequence. It's one after another. It's not at the same time. It just shows you, when I'm done, this is the next thing that's going to happen.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
Yes. Yes. So our go around altitude is 4,500 initial, and then we have to climb to
Taxi
8,000.
lights
So we
on.
might as well put
1,000 feet,
8,000
stabilize,
in
Western
there
Brook,
just in
descend.
case. 1,000. That's it.
Graphics look nice.
I love it.
Clouds are looking nice. And the winds. How are the winds faring up, Nicker?
Perfect, Uncle John.
Good.
One way to test it quickly. Give me a second. I've just paused the sim. Let's just actually double check what it's supposed to be in versus what it. LBSF 040 at 6, right? And it's variable, you see, between 360 and 080. So that's
Okay.
why we've got a discrepancy on the direction, because it's now obviously doing massive calculations to get the variable thing in the right place. And
Good.
it's 8 instead of 6. And that's normal. There's nothing funny about that. No,
Good.
I'm happy.
500. Clear to land runway 09.
Looks like he's cracked it.
He did. He did. He was really happy, and so was I.
I bet.
300.
See if I can now land it with wind.
Approaching decision height.
Well, it should be more realistic.
Yeah.
200.
Minimum.
Minimums.
Think rate.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Beautiful.
Speed break up.
Beautiful.
Unlocked.
Excellent.
Look, we've got an asymmetrical situation on the reversers there. I bet it tells you, Bowman's. Look at that.
60 knots.
Second time it's happened to me now.
Yeah.
You activate both, but
Great
only
landing.
one actually
You are professional.
gets going fast. The other one lags behind. Hello, HD Simulation. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I liked it. That was not a bad landing. I really liked that.
Back in a bit, Nicker.
Okay, Uncle John. Oh, it's nice, eh? 737, wow. Of the landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Just as a matter of interest, my VA software clocked the landing rate at 120 feet per minute, not what this other one is saying, eh? By the way. Huge difference.
Flaps 30 set. After landing procedure complete.
Max 737. Right. We made it.
Flaps up and set.
No, absolutely, William. And I don't know what to say. I've spoken to the developer and we've done tests and all. And the blinking thing is when we do testing, it's realistic. And then I just fly a couple of flights and I go, oh man, it's over the top again. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, just one of those things. Oh, did you see a train? I missed a train. I didn't look. Oh, I need my chart. I see all these lines and I don't know which one to take. We can take this one. You know, one of the things I've always liked about X-Plane is the road traffic, especially those little cop cars with those blue and red lights going, you know. Oh, I love watching them from the air. But the other thing is the trains. I really just love it. So if you saw a train, man, you're lucky. Mark, that's for you, buddy. That's my sigh and my ay for you, Mark. I don't know what to say, man. Yeah, it's all default. All default. I have a few payware airports in X-Plane 12, and I think maybe 3 or 4 airports that are considered freeware. But my airports in general in X-Plane 12, they all just default because I don't want to put X-Plane 11 stuff in here, and some of these freeware stuff relies so heavily on the X-Plane 11 components and libraries and things that it messes up the sim, man. Not for me. So what you see, the big thing that's X-Plane 11 in here is basically the AutoOrthos. You know, the rest is just stock standard X-Plane 12. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Right. Please cut. Right. Seatbelts off.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Question. I use Control J to call that jetway. Is it something I put in there, or is that a standard X-Plane 12 button configuration? Because some people have asked me, and I don't know. I can't remember that far back if I actually put Control J into the settings for the jetway. But there it is. Control J, I call it. Control J, it goes away. Would be nice if you guys can shed some light on it, because I'm stumped. See, there's the command. Service the airplane with jetways, Control J. So I don't know if I put it in. Okay. Right. Well, if anybody's interested, that's how you do it. You just go to your keyboard, you know, search the command there for operations called service the airplane with jetways, and put in whatever you want. Awesome.
Shutdown
Thanks, William.
procedure complete.
Thank you, Linda.
Ready for shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Ooh, I pressed the wrong button. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist.
Yeah, that brings up ground
Fuel
handling
pumps.
when you go Shift G and then you've got the
As
buttons.
required. Probe heat. Off. Hydraulic panel. Set. Flaps. Up. Parking brake.
Oh, I probably need to say set.
Set. Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Cut off.
Yeah,
Weather radar.
off.
Off.
Switch the terrain radar off.
IRS mode selectors.
Switch them off, and switch them off.
Off. Shutdown checklist complete.
Secure the aircraft.
Ready for secure procedure.
I press the wrong button again. Secure procedure.
Secure procedure.
God, I can't believe you're alone, Nico, in here.
I'm
He's
special.
not alone.
Well, you're hey, you know, everybody don't, only 3 people in here. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they're all upstairs. You can't see them, but they're all upstairs, busy with shared flight and the 2 real pilots enjoying themselves in the same cockpit and all the other fancy Zibo stuff they're checking, you know. So, yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
it happens.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
It's like I updated to the new the 6 version 6, the Zibo. I got the 6.6 running, and I've noticed if anybody else had any issues with them Zibo in the middle of a flight going from accurate flight frames down to like none, like 1, and sitting there and still flying, but I have to redo the graphics and bring it back up again for it to reboot itself. Does that come out anywhere?
No, you're the first guy saying that. I've not seen that mentioned anyway. That's
Yeah, it's
Secure
weird.
procedure complete.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it seems like
Ready
it
for
goes.
a
It'll
secure
just
checklist.
like the old days when you were flying FS9 back in the days when you go to an airport, it would just kind of pause, you know.
Yeah. No, I've
But
never heard
now
of
it's
that.
I'm trying to tweak it, see if I can fix it, but I thought maybe somebody else had that problem out there, but I'll keep trying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Keep me posted. We've had guys complain about, and this was now in a previous version of, I'm flying 6.6 here. It was a version or 2 ago. They were saying that in a long flight, the aircraft would refuel itself. Now, the only time I know that the aircraft refuels itself is when you go to your flight and customize and failures. The moment you click this fix all systems button, that one, sorry, it's behind my Skymatix logo, but you got it. That's fix all systems. It would add additional fuel into the system. It would simply add fuel, and it's random. Sometimes like 2,000 kilograms a shot. But that's the only time I know from the beginning of Zibo mod that you get fuel in the air. So
Yeah, that's interesting. This just happened. This just started with I think 6. It used to be. It was weird. It just it's funny because what it does is it'll go on a long flight. It's a long flight, 4 or 5 hour flight, and at about 4 hours, right at the end of it, usually it'll just stop.
So question, are you on Windows or Mac?
Windows 10.
Okay, because I saw 2 guys on Mac talking about the fact that the FMC freezes in flight and all kinds of weirdness. Okay, so that's why I'm asking, because I don't know. We were lucky enough. We've got a new captain, an actual airline captain flying 737s that's got a Mac that's now joined our team. That's busy testing. And boy, oh boy, that guy's busy. Ish, you should have seen him the last couple of days. He's been very busy because that was one of our shortcomings. We didn't have an in-house guy that could test the Mac code. So any Mac users out there, hopefully soon you'll see the benefit of that happening. Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
I always start killing all those plugins that I have. Did you
Yeah.
do that, Tom?
I'm in the process of doing that right now. I'm turning off all
Yeah.
the plugins.
Yeah,
Most
but
of them
that's
are all
the,
SciTech
yeah,
plugins.
that's the
You know,
first
for my
thing.
yoga.
Yeah, that's the first thing
And
I always do, because in the past I had those problems. Suddenly, Zibo doing stuff that I'd never seen before, and then by killing the plugins one by one, that took too much time. I started with without plugins, and then added one by one the plugins in via
mm,
xOrganizer,
mm. Yeah,
and
that's a
then
good
mostly I
plan.
found the problem.
Yeah. The other thing that could also be a big problem is any Explain 11 scenery. Exactly what I was talking about 5 minutes ago. Explain 11 components should not be in Explain 12. Okay. I know that there are lots of flight simmers out there that love the shiny things. Ooh, we want our scenery. We want it. The problem is the instability, the inherent instability in Vulcan, okay, is not conducive to it. It might work today, tomorrow it might not work, or it might not work at all, or it might work and it may never give a problem. But
Yeah, in the old sceneries, the OpenGL commandos are
yes,
still there. Huh?
yeah. So
That's the big problem. Huh?
yes, so now the suggestion is this: take it easy, do them one by one, make sure they work, then use them. Don't just throw in 10 at a time and then you don't also know which one it is, because then it's a process of elimination again. And you have to disable all of them and try them one by one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that. I did do the Mr. X library that just came out for 12, and that might be the
Yeah,
problem.
I'm using it. I don't have a problem with it unless there's a corruption, eh?
And I use the SimHaven X sceneries.
Yeah, I got rid of that. I completely
Yeah,
got
me
rid
too.
of that.
Got rid of it. Yeah, I got rid of it. Had
Okay,
problems
I'll
with it
dump
as well.
those and see what happens.
No, I couldn't use it, and I tried. I mean, the guy who makes it is a great guy. I've got no problem with him as a person, but we struggle to understand each other. There's a language barrier, and I could not understand what he said to me to do, and I got frustrated, and I just deleted it. Got rid of it.
And I did try to. I downloaded a bunch of the refixed files that what's the guy's name that makes the files, the scenery files for you guys now?
Oh, Christer.
Yeah, I put those in. I tried those, and that was the process I was in. And then that's all I have really is just the SimHaven. And what about the old X-Plane files? There'd been conversation about those, getting rid of those too, not using those.
Which files?
The landmark files.
I
The ones that come with X-Plane, the the generic ones that come
Yeah.
with 11, 10, 11, 12, whatever.
Yeah, well, I only use what Laminar gives me, so I don't know anything about that, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Get rid of my SimHaven.
Yeah, there is a new landmark file, Nico, from
Okay.
Explain 12, but don't use them from 11 again. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. You'll have to train me, teach me. Anyway, coming to the stream, HD Simulation is waiting patiently for me to answer him. Yes, there is a problem with reversers. Zibo is aware and he said he'll fix it. Okay. In my humble opinion, and Zibo can say it's not so, obviously, it seems there's two sets of code that is competing with each other in the reverse thrust scenario. So my test flights this morning, I did 4 or something of them. 4. This is the 6th flight, yes. So I did 4 test flights. In that, I made a video and I showed him when I landed and I did not use my reverse thrust, my spoilers would come up. The moment I activate my reversers, the spoilers would retract. This afternoon, when I did another test flight, flight number 5, to test xEnviro, what happened was the spoilers was linked to the reversers. So every time I would engage my reverse thrusters, the spoilers would lift up, and when I close the reverse thrusters, they go lie down. Anyway, so Zibo is aware of that, and it needs to be fixed. Okay, so just hang tight. He'll get there. Us team guys were sitting there, the real pilots and the rest of us here in the dev room earlier today, and I made a comment that I believe we should let Zibo and the real pilots finish the important things first, then we can look at cosmetics and things like, which is not the cosmetic, but like AutoLand. Okay, AutoLand is a nice to have. It's not a requirement. Whereas getting the FMA to display the correct logic and the correct state of the aircraft is way more important at the right time at this point in time, especially now that we have 4 pilots, 3 captains and a first officer all working together, helping Zibo to make sure this thing is technically correct. Okay, so we need to buy out the time, and you guys please try and be patient. Okay, the guys are really working hard. Okay, and once the important things are done, we'll start looking at cosmetics and auto lands and the go arounds, for instance, because go around is also something not a lot of flight simmers do. You've got to be pretty dedicated and serious, in my book, to actually do go arounds. And I think most of the issues was fixed, apart from there's 2 issues that I seem to recall. The one is if you go into a hold after the go around, you can't get out of the hold for some reason. And I haven't heard that that's been fixed. And then what was the other one? I don't know. Oh yeah, that was fixed. That was fixed. What happened was it would start to climb to your go around altitude, and then the aircraft won't stop. It would climb through the MCP altitude, just keep on climbing. But I just realized Zibo fixed that one. So we are aware of niggly little things that needs to come out. One of the things I've now seen 2 or 3 people talk about the replay still not being correct. Some people are talking about issues with the replay. So we'll keep an eye on it, and when we do testing, maybe look at that as well. See if we can spot something. But it's an ongoing process, guys. It's this thing has taken thousands and thousands of hours to get here. It is incredible the amount of man hours that's gone in here. It's crazy. So just bear with us. We'll get there. At the end of the day, this is not a commercial venture. We're not getting paid. We get little donations like you see in my stream, and Zibo gets some on his side. And but we've got families, we've got work. It's a hobby. This is our hobby, and we love that you guys love what we do, but we can't make a living out of it, and we can't sell it anyway. So we've got to do with the time that we have.
And in the meantime, it's the most realistic 737 there is, huh?
Yeah, we're not doing bad, I must say.
Unbelievable.
That. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, Owen, it's a long time coming, eh? Long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, while we're sitting here chatting, I don't mind chatting a little bit more. If there's more questions or stuff you want to discuss, I'm happy to stick around for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes if you want. Otherwise, I'll call it a night and I'll go join the guys, because I'm getting pushed from the top here saying, come on, we're buzzing, we want you here. So, but they can wait a while. Yeah, HD. No, thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks, Rob. Have a good evening. Yeah, shoot. Yeah. Yes, Rob, it is XP realistic. It's not just noise, it actually shakes the plane. Where is it? There it is, XP realistic. This is what it is. So you've got all kinds of things that you can set here, including that silly sneeze. But it's all done in here, and then you can... let's find something.
That's one of the best extra plugins I bought for the...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, I can't fly without that.
No, me neither. No, when I've got a static aircraft in front of me, I want to die. Just want to see
Yeah.
G-forces. Yeah, let's look at this one. Look, you see, you can set some of the stuff on the ground, and welcome, Neil. You know, and then you can set the magnitude, you know, and
Yeah, the sounds of the gear drag and the flaps
yes,
and the
yeah, all
and the
these
brake
kind of
and the speed
things.
brakes. That's superb. Yeah.
Yeah, there's your natural movement, you know. I mean, any person breathes, you know, and that's something they've basically incorporated in here. Oh, I can recommend it, Rob. Now, this you'll never be sorry you bought it. Jy sal nooit spyt wees nie. They made one for FS 2020 as well. I promise you, I cannot fly in a desktop simulator if there is no movement. If I sit and look at the static thing in front of me, it kills me, man.
Yeah, but also the noises, also the sounds, huh?
Yeah, the immersion is crazy. Look at this guy sneezing.
Yeah, I always set that off.
It happens so few times. So dit gebeur so min. I just leave it.
Yeah. No,
Just one
I
of those
turned that
things.
off. I turned that off. I don't.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Look at the stall buffer. Look how it's shaking the aircraft. And you know what's nice? With every flap notch that you go down, it increases shaking and rattling and all these things. And you guys heard it there in the turbulence. It's just nice, man. This is really, really cool. Look at Neil. He's got the sneezing up at max. Oh my goodness, Justin. Shame, man. You must hang around us crazy guys. You know, if you have a funny like that, come ask us. One of us would have picked it up. Yeah, so touchdown main. One of the things when I land here on stream, some of you guys might think, oh, it was hard, but it's this. You see, this is the kick in the pants. It adds to the normal landing. And, you know, it can shake and rattle your bones a bit, so yeah. Just have to set it a little bit to your liking. Yeah. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
You say they're buzzing, but they left
Yeah,
now.
that's an understatement, Nico.
Okay. Justin will be very interested to hear. Justin, tell him. Justin's listening.
Justin.
Yeah, Justin, the guy that makes it.
Oh, he's not in the room though, is he?
No, he's on stream.
Okay. Justin, update. 2 real-world pilots, one a captain, one a first officer, have just had the time of their lives. The plan is, soon as Zibo has sorted out these last 2 or 3 bits, they're going to meet up. They're going to do a video highlighting and showing off the shared flight.
Yeah, then I'm sure Justin can then use that for promotion and stuff as well, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when I say they're going to show shared flight off, they're also going to show the Zibo 738, what it can do and how to fly it.
Yeah. Excellent. That sounds really good.
Well, when I say they're buzzing, that's an understatement. The pair of them. They were like 2 little boys.
Well, I tell you what, the first time me and Sasso flew together, and we've flown together a handful of times now as well, it's amazing. I get a little bit confused sometimes, and he's very quick because he obviously does it, you know, in a dual crew environment every day of his life. So well, notwithstanding the fact that I got a bit scared at one point in time, you know, because of all the barking and do this and do that and now this and now that. It was fun. I must tell you one thing. I was buzzing. It's amazing to fly with someone else, man. Share the responsibilities. So yeah, that's it, guys. Unless there's anything else, we can call it a day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Just briefly, one thing I want to warn you already. I will probably not stream on Sunday morning. And depending on how tired I am after the family gathering, I might not fly in the evening. So maybe Sunday is going to be a dead loss for me. We'll have to see. Okay. But tomorrow morning, we're going to fly normal time, 800 Zulu. Okay.
And you're going to put a flight in the planned flights.
I'll put the flight in planned flights. Anybody welcome to join us on Iveo tomorrow morning? You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Have a great time. Great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.